Welcome students. Today we are going to deal with a new topic, that is situational influences on consumer decision making. So I am Professor Mohammed Azruddin Shiver, SICAP Business School, SICAP Institute of Engineering and Technology, Vijaypura. So let's begin with the video. So what is exactly situational influences? You might have observed this situation with you also. You go to market, you search for something, and suddenly on the basis of situation, your mind change, your mindset change, your preferences change, things change according to the situation. So situational influence includes all those factors particularly to time and place that do not follow from a knowledge of the stable attributes of the consumer and the stimulus and that have an effect on current behavior. So situation influence often happens because of the particular situations, surroundings, psychological factor, sociological factor, environmental factor, which suddenly impacts on the mind of the consumer. So consumer often behave very differently depending on the situation. So let's see a different nature of situational influences. If you see first one, the communication situation. So in this situation, consumer receive information has an impact on their behavior. So whatever the communication the consumer get, according to that he react on the particular situation. So marketers always attempt to place ads in appropriate media context to enhance effectiveness. So movie ads are strategically placed so that consumers see them on their way to and from work. So if you are going from somewhere and suddenly you are stopping yourself on a road breaker, so beside the road breaker, you will find some hoarding and boarding and advertisements which will be displayed. So you will think of it. And you will, when you are reading a magazine, so strategically advertisement is placed on the right side of the page. And if you are going to a retail store, so you will find at the end of, you can say the counter, when you are going to purchase everything and pay the bill at the counter. So you will find some products which are marketed, even you take them and you will purchase it. So these all acts communication situation. If you are losing hair, so if you find an ad, so are you losing hair? So come rupee, 1 rupee, you can start your treatment. So these are all communication situation which influence the consumer. Now next is the purchase situation. So this plays an important role here. Marketers has to put more effort. So marketers adopt strategies to the purchase situation. So home purchase occur in a unique social situation. To succeed, realtors must take the opportunity to develop interpersonal relationships. The convincing skill at the time of purchase, the way he speaks, the interpersonal, all type of relationships are required when the purchase situation happens. Now, moving further is the usage situation. This is another important situational factors can be adopted. If a simple thing, if you take a Zandu balm, it can be used for your migraine, it can be used for your headache, and it can be used for cold also. So different usage can be communicated to the consumer. So marketers need to understand the usage situation for which their products are or many become appropriate. So research indicates that expanded usage situation strategies can produce major sale gains. If you are selling, uh, for example, castor oil, just tell the usages, how you can use this castor oil in different way. So automatically the sale starts increasing for it. So you have to communicate the usage situation. Now comes the disposition situations. So you might have seen if you give back this packet or you can give back this cover, so you will get 1 rupee for the return. If you give 10 packets of this return to the company, you will get this much of amount back. So that comes disposition situation, because disposing of the products or product packages is a significant social problem as well as an opportunities for market also. So some companies are trying back that return this screen. For example, if you have purchased a new mobile, if there is a screen on the new mobile, if you return that back, so they will say, we will return you this much of paisa or this much of rupees. So some consumers consider age of disposition an important product attribute. So let's now understand the situational characteristics and consumption behavior of the consumer way. So here we have five type of characteristics: physical surroundings, social surroundings, temporal perspective, task definition, antecedent states. So let's see the first one, that is physical surrounding. So physical surrounding, you whenever you are going to a mall or you are going to a retail shop or wherever store you are going, the surrounding, the atmosphere is a matters a lot. So atmospherics is the sum of all the physical features of the retail environment. So atmospheric influence consumers' judgments of the quality of the store and the store's image. Obviously, when you visit a hotel, so when you visit a hotel and you see the surroundings and table, the furniture used, the interior design used, so automatically inside from you it will come out that this is a quality type of a hotel. If even though the food doesn't matter next, the first matters is the surroundings. Same thing happen with the retail store also. So when a consumer is visiting a retail store, so he will see the color, the design, the arrangement, the aroma, everything matters a lot, which is there, and that uh, ultimately create impact of quality. Atmosphere is referred as a service scape. So in service marketing, we say this when describing a service business such as hospital, bank, or restaurant. Now, coming to the physical surrounding, the color, the importance of color. So, certain colors and color characteristics create feelings of excitement and arousal, which are related to attention. So, you might have experienced this in visiting so many stores. Okay, so color plays an important role, matters a lot. Different organizations and different retail outlets, different type of goods selling. The cloth has different one, the bike showroom has different one, so different sellers use their different colors. So brighter color are more arousing than dull ones, so it create excitement. That warm colors such as reds and yellow are more arousing than the cool colors such as blues and grays. So colors plays an important role at the situational factor, which create the uh, emotional thinking by the customer. Now coming to the aroma. So obviously you might have felt this when you have visited some of the retail stores or some hospitals, might be you can say some of the malls, shopping malls. So there is increasing evidence that orders can affect consumer shopping. Several aroma studies have found the following. If you see, a scented environment produced a greater intent to revisit the store. So higher purchase intention from some items and a reduced sense of time spent shopping. So you might have experienced this, or even you can go some, you can visit some retail stores, or you can visit some malls. You can feel this aroma kind of thing, which increase the sales for the particular shop. A pleasantly scented environment enhances brand recall and evaluations, particularly for unfamiliar brands. So moving further, if you see the music, yes, that plays an again important role. The music should be very pleasant, and when you are purchasing something, very light music, depends on situational, depends on type of store it is. So music influence consumer moods, and it turn influences a variety of consumption behavior. So firm exit to develop music programs to meet the unique needs of specific retailer. So that depends on the type of store you are having, or a shop you are having. That impact on the purchasing. The music always works. An emerging trend is having music more in the foreground, so it becomes part of the shopping experience and drives storage image. So once you visit some stores, you will be finding some music over there. So light music will be playing over there. So while purchasing, you will enjoy the music also. So it creates the mood of the customer. Next comes the crowding. So most consumers find feelings of crowding to be unpleasant, resulting in less time in the store and less buying. Even you people hate crowding because you feel uncomfortable when the huge crowd is there. So faster decisions and less use of information happens because of huge crowd. So crowding can lead to less satisfactory purchases, unpleasant shopping, and reduced likelihood of returning to the store. So marketers need to design outlet to reduce crowding perception. So they have to follow a certain layout design. So where the crowding can be reduced and the customer moment can be increased, and this Consumer should not feel there is a overcrowded, so they will be get unpleasant, or they might feel uh, even hesitated because they have to take a very fast decision to purchase the products. Next characteristics comes that is social surroundings. So social surroundings are other individual present in the particular situation. So social influence is a significant force, obviously. So individuals tend to comply with group expectations, particularly when the behavior is visible. Shopping is highly visible activity. So people going to market and they enjoy it. Going to market is one of the excitement part of the life because it is a visible thing. The use of many publicly consumed brands are subject to social influences. So that matters a lot to even some creating of the status also. So if you see the social surrounding, the first is embarrassment. It is a negative emotion influenced both by the product and the situation. Certain products are more embarrassing than others, and embarrassment is driven by the presence of others. For extremely sensitive product strategy include home delivery options. So you have there are some products personal use. You can name it down. There are some personal use woman products and personal use male products. So while showing it, it's create embarrassment or negative. So home delivery is the best option, or packaging in a nice way, which can't be exposed. So that is another option that can be used in particular situation. Now coming to temporal perspective. So temporal perspectives deal with the effect of time on consumer behavior. So limited purchase time often limits search. So when you have to purchase fast, you have no time. So it is temporal. Then the search will be limited and the purchase will happen fast. So internet shopping is growing rapidly as a result of the time pressure felt by the consumers. So nowadays, every e-commerce companies are coming up with all type of solutions, mechanical solutions, electrical solutions, home delivery of grocery, home delivery of vegetables, uh, mechanic, AC repairers also you can call to home. So everything by sitting at home you can search and put take an appointment also. Even doctors are taking appointment online. So because of this time, so people are now using more and more internet shopping. Next comes the task definition. So task definition is the reason the consumption activities occur. Major distinction between purchase for self versus gift. So that's matter a lot when you are taking gift for someone. So consumers give gifts for many reasons. First is social expectations, ritualized situations to elicit return favors. So when it comes to social expectation, if you are going to a movie and you have purchased a ticket in a line, so obviously it will feel that you have to switch off your mobile phone. That is the social expectations. So activity should not affected by the others. So same way happens. There is a social expectations while giving the gifts happens. A ritualized situation happens. Then birthday gifts, anniversary gifts, someone success gifts. So part the things comes in the life that has to be taken care by the marketers. Next comes antecedent states. So antecedent states are features of the individual person that are not lasting characteristics. They are very limited. So if you see, the first comes the moods. So this is most important one in the service industry because moods matters a lot in service sector. But moods tend to be less intense than emotions and may operate without the individual awareness. So although moods may affect all aspects of a person's behavior, they generally do not completely interrupt ongoing behavior as an emotion might. So emotion is permanent kind of thing, but when it comes to moods, it is situational. It's very less intense. So consumer actively manage their mood states, often seeking situations, activities, or object that will elevate negative moods or enhance positive ones. So moods matter a lot at the particular situation of the purchasing. Next comes the momentary conditions. So as a with moods, individual attempt to manage their momentary conditions also, often though the purchase or consumption of products and services. There's a great deal of marketing activities directed toward momentary conditions. This is the best moment you are purchasing. This could be a best moment. So delighting one. And this matters a lot in the momentary conditions. So I hope you have enjoyed the video. So thank you for listening.